Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Prior to the election, the Labour Party said that they would not be looking to impose a wealth tax. They said there was many reasons for it. The difficulty in trying to assess wealth, the relative value of things, the lack of people able to go around and actually physically do it, and of course there's the other problems. You may have a lot of wealth but no income. Will you be forcing some pensioner to sell a house and move into an inappropriate place, just as early onset Alzheimer's coming in, where familiarity is a necessity? Those are just little examples. Of course, the big dangerous one is that anyone with wealth is going to say, not coming to the UK, or not staying in the UK, as indeed we're finding increasingly people with money are getting out. And you know what? You can't blame them. So they're going, taking their money, and with it, jobs, investment, opportunities. These things no longer exist in Starmer's Britain. It was a slip of the tongue. I hope I haven't offended him and go to jail. Now, of course, thanks to the wonderful budget we had in October, the genius that is Rachel Reeves and her exemplary record when it comes to making financial decisions, and thankfully she's a real economist, we know this, she said so. And don't believe all those people who've gone and looked and said, no, she isn't, and that, she never worked as an economist and all that. That's all lies. She definitely worked as an economist, and she was a brilliant one. And now she's having to come out and say, well, yes, we're looking at the fact that we might have to have a wealth tax. So all those things they said it wouldn't happen are. Why is that? Well, I'm sure it's nothing to do with the fact that Rachel Reeves may have got anything wrong. She won't, of course. We mustn't assume she gets anything wrong. She's a genius after all. She's like practically perfect in every way and never makes mistakes. And it's always someone else's fault, isn't it, Rachel? Brexit, Donald Trump, aliens, who knows? But definitely not the Labour Party's fault, definitely not Rachel Reeves' fault. After all, how can she do anything wrong? And yet here we are. They're looking at a wealth tax. Do you know what will happen? Jobs will go and money will leave the country. Millionaires and billionaires and everyone who hasn't already gone will sell up and get the hell out of Dodge. There's nothing they can do. And why are they doing this? Well, they need more money. I mean, yes, it's okay sending 11 billion across to Africa, promising 300 billion to the Ukraine, 90 billion across to Mauritius and all that. But when it actually comes to things like, the NHS, pensions, care for the elderly, the disabled, the sick, the dying, the roads, defence, infrastructure, no, there's no money for that. And that's a shame, because they're exactly the sort of things that there ought really to be money for. But at least we all rejoice with the wise decisions that they've made in ensuring that whelk farming in Central Africa is going ahead as well as it can possibly be expected. Is it whelks or prawns? I can never remember. They're very similar at the end of the day, aren't they? Encrusted and inedible. Anyway, let me know what you think. Till then, goodbye.